up, gamers?
Thanks, Twix.
Gift for joy.
LOGI NSDREAMER.
Holy quap is right. That, I think that summarizes it. Why is chat going over the way more important "it comes" warning? I think everybody needs to know it comes. Quote it like an infomercial. Did you see Viper saying Spectres is disabled? I absolutely did. We planned a Spectre build. Spectres are disabled. My initial reaction is I wanted to play Demon form. It's bugged. I planned the comedy joke Jailer build. Frostbomb is 100% completely changed. I planned the Witch Lightning Slammer. They changed one of the skills in that completely. All the planning is for naught. I might just have to pick, and I don't want to scare you guys,
a good build.
because I know like 2 or 3 things that like legitimately seem like they might be some of the best things. Not my streamer. It's okay. I have a bad build idea. We've got about an hour. If I could try and draw that as well. I want to... They actually let you set up your loot filter beforehand. So I did that. I hope it works. I don't want to spend too much time on it if it doesn't. But I put like sounds on chaos orbs and a couple normal things. It will not work. Drat. Damn. Well, I'm gonna quit then. my builds are changed. Half functional. It like legitimately just has chaos orb with a different like drop sound on it. I didn't do anything special. Like Chaos Divine Exalted, the end.
Gift for joy.
Login.
Thanks, Doom. So let me open the Photoshop. Let's get this stupid idea on the road.
Gift because entertaining.
Hype, Ster, hype.
Wipe. I think the Witch Lightning Slammer thing, it still functionally works. There's just like one change with it, that's all. The main sad thing being Vector Gem not being in. And I realize how much 100% drops. The ancient lore of the 100% drops is that when Overwatch first started adding drops, we did 100% drop rate in title, and there were so many people in chat that were like, why does your channel have more drops than other ones? Never played an ARPG, so I got secondhand excitement from you. I feel like I've peddled this cocaine to too many unsuspecting people. I've ruined lives. They just don't know it yet. Ready for the queue? I am, assuming the queue doesn't drop again, 470 something in queue. I am ready to get disconnected the moment the server's open. I am so ready to jump right back to the start. patch at least once and kick you out? Yeah, that was hours ago. Or an hour ago-ish. It's drawing time. One moment before the server opens. Here's... Hey guys, it's me! I'm the Chaos Orb! It works, I guess. I was joking about setting up like a VTube thing for the Chaos Orb so its mouth would talk. But there's... I don't even have a build. There's other prep. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the plan. Rough sketch. This... Give me... Dude, I don't know what any of my brushes are. There was one that I really liked using, and every time... It's Ster Pencil! But I also don't think that's even it. Okay. This is...
Devs are taking notes.
This
Ready
is
to
the
patch
man.
this build out in the next hour.
This is not the Binding of Isaac. For subbing. Here's his Gemling eye. I keep wanting to do Gemling Mercenary. Well, his quirky little eye patch. It's kind of the same as the Spectre one, but we're going a different angle. There's a little club. There's his little, give him a little skull scepter. And, oh, hold up. To add this one quickly for effect. So we have got a scepter and a melee weapon for summoning minions. And we're the Gemling Merc so that we get a whole bunch of quality and gem levels on everything, and we can equip skeletons which cost intelligence at the same time that we use melee that uses strength. And the minion of choice is like 40 of these guys is the build. I'm thinking only archer skeletons. Dude, actually, hold up. This is my favorite new Photoshop feature. As a non-Photoshopper, Photoshop, do not let me down. Do the thing. Not generative fill. Do the other thing. Not the other thing. That's not... There's like a background remover that is like so good half the time. But it's not there. I feel like if I plan the build any more than like explaining the basic concept, I'm gonna decide to not do it. I don't think we can go there. Skeletal Sniper! Also, you get reduced reservation because we're gonna have 10% quality automatically, so we get to have more of them. Unfortunately, we start at the bottom of the tree, so we can't get a lot of minion nodes, and I don't know how bad that's gonna be, but we're gonna have to at least anoint one or two things, like probably the other reduced minion reservation. But special ability, very potent, particularly when you come from the side. They shoot clouds of gas. I don't really know how clouds of gas work, like in terms of the damage and if it's based on the minion damage, and it really doesn't matter. And if anybody knows, it doesn't matter. That they're gonna have multi-projectile, and I'm gonna have like 15 sniper skeletons, and they're all gonna fucking fart, and then I'm gonna hit the bomb. Fart squad. Exactly. And then hopefully, me being melee man, I can just stun things and keep my boys safe so that they can come home. The end. Of gas. I know. I will run one cleric for sure. I mean, I'm still gemling, so I'm gonna have a million different skill slots. But goal is as many snipers as possible. I've been wanting to do like a similar thing. I don't like minion builds unless it's one big cool guy, which Ray Spectre would have been, or I don't know why I have a soft spot for archer minions. I'd been wanting to do animate weapons in PoE1 for a while, but never committed because I don't like minions. But for some reason, I believe in these guys. It's something about having a draw pen. It's the most easily losable thing in the universe. Depends if I want to commit to PoE2 early access or not. Well, you might have a day to decide if the servers don't do very well. Get your skelly boy. I get my copy and paste ready. Got his bow. I think the phrasing on Spectres was shortly after launch they would be back. Very curious. We're talking like Valve shortly? Valve soon? This is I'm just gonna suspect Valve soon. I think this is also a build. High chance I beat the campaign and like get to maps, and then make character 2. This is not how you hold a bow, but dude, I don't fucking drawing a skeleton holding a bow. Like, who wants to do that ever? Literally ever. That's up there in like, there's a couple of things you don't ask an artist to draw. One of them is mechs. I think number 2 would be hats. Someone wearing a hat. Somewhere up there has to be skeleton holding bow and arrow. I'm gonna like allude to fingers existing and an arm existing. This is very important. If someone asks the build, you need to have this ready. And this is potentially the most important thing that we do all day. You just have to pretend that you drew a hand. In an arrow. Nose holes. Make them a little spooky. I'm gonna give him some spook. This guy Gonna flavor this guy up with a little bit of spook cloud. Also serves to hide the drawing effectively. All right. Wait, show me potato salad. Time do we have? Time am I wasting? 57. Oh, we have all day. 3 hours. Are we making a guild? I think I heard guilds aren't going to be in early access. I don't know. Ooh. Oh. Very important. This is very important. Just do. Problem is, we're actually gonna have so many. I can't include them all. I'm gonna have to name each one. I think we got a Larry. I think we should have a minimum of 8. Probably more. Minimum.
Play game or gift.
This skeleton's sweating Mountain Dew. Projecting much. What do you ask, gamer in the chat? Creamiers for being creamy. Ask. My poop stick. But I need to wait, hold up. Even more important, what am I thinking? We need to be existing in the stench cloud. You heard the if you missed the synopsis. Tons of archers that are all shooting gas arrows, multiple gas arrows. Assuming the way it works, it's supposed to work. If we give them multiple projectiles, which got renamed to like projectiles of missiles plentiful or something shit, then each one's gonna shoot 3 gas arrows when we do the gas command. And then we smash the gas. So this is us and our gas. Really setting the stage. Work. I do it. I do scary things. He knows what he's up to. He's so fucking. That guy. Character named The Stinker. I don't know, I do need a cool catchy name for him, for sure. Seems appropriate. I really liked, I think knowing the other character was going to be named The Jailer made it cool. It was the whole premise of why it sounded fun, because he was called The Jailer. How am I nobody? Just a guy with the boys. I feel like we went full Bible thump. Crying out his gem. Why is he nude?
A game for gift.
Love you, baby.
You know what? Actually, you're correct. How could I forget the most important part? And classic. Absolutely classic. One of the all-time great PoE items.
Gaming, but soon.
White t-shirt. Give him fishnets, Crodor. Get off the internet. You need a break. Won't the torch ignite the farts? That's the whole plan. You're getting it. You're literally getting it. God, you're so smart. The build the streamer settled on. It's literally on your screen. Chat, I'm doing so much work. For you. Wish I'd be the whole, like, I can't be off-centered. Fishnets now? No. No. Or, chat. I was about to make a poll. The answer is so obvious. We can do this, or a really strong, good build. It's gonna be... You can't say... Yeah, guys, I'm logging in. This build's gonna be real good. Race to Worlds First in the early access, where people have had alpha access and already have done it. Diaper? Yeah. I think what the PoE community really enjoys is when you do build guides for very bad builds. But I'm gonna hype it up as though it is Pinnacle Boss Destroyer. Because I'm good enough at video editing that I could make it look like I'm dealing more DPS to the boss than I actually am. And its health is going to be like chunking down and draining. And then I'm going to sync it up to when it dies. And people are going to be like, holy shit, wait a minute, I have to try this. And then they'll try it and they'll be like, how did he do it? This fucking sucks. I think you, especially when things like slow down and people are all doing like their builds and people are looking for new things to play. I feel like you could bait the PoE community for like a week while everyone's like, everyone's talking about this dumbass like skeletal sniper build. Like, is it that good? And they have to all like test it and try and figure out how to get it to work, and they can't get it to the damage that I'm showing. Man, you'd have to go all out and add damage numbers above the boss health bar now, actually. That part would be tricky. Health bar, easy. Number hard. Time is log in, 40 minutes. Favorite PoE1 league? Sentinel. Sentinel was game of the year. Favorite PoE2 league? The one where I asked Jonathan what the league will be when it's early access and we won't have a league for a year. That one. Locked in on a build? Apparently. I'm not happy about it. Oh no, my email? Oh no. Any chain letters? I think this part of the build is important and I haven't done it. Favorite build from PoE1? Someone asked me that yesterday. I don't know. I change builds so often. I think there's like a lot of core concepts that I really enjoy. But I never play like the same build more than 1 or 2 times. I think my favorite build was... That's like the only one I did actually play a lot. I league started it like 3 times and learned the whole speedrun for Rage Vortex. And melee rework, dumpstered it. So it's dead. Don't like it anymore. Where's my cosplay? Cat, this is my cosplay. This shirt. Ashley's family got matching shirts for Christmas for when we were planned to all see each other over Christmas. Like Ashley's shirt says artist on it. Her family is doctors. Like, her sister is a dental surgeon. I'm the gamer reindeer. How are y'all gonna fucking get yourselves like, dude, we're all doctors and we're fucking like, her dad was a surgeon and I'm gonna show up, I play video games. Dude, I got fucking roasted. Laying about. That's pretty much it. Goddamn chaos. He's becoming my buddy. think they even changed the Chaos Orb. It doesn't even look like the original one they showed. Artist Reindeer is not much better. Kat, do you agree? Or do artists just hate themselves? At least artist is a job. Exactly. Fucking Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles painting the Sistine Chapel comes down and is like, gotta go meet up with my gamer brother. I don't have to wear the stupid artist shirt. Dude, DeGoth, you're my favorite. Is it not open? Shit. I'm really good at that. Really good at streaming. Wait, no, it was playing alerts earlier. Half the time I don't know if I'm the problem or you're the problem. Also, this is going to be way too long to read it all. Fun fact. It's still not playing.
I wonder what place the aversion to taking the last of something comes from. Like, is it just the ingrained idea that taking the last of something is selfish? Or maybe an aversion to scarcity that makes you think as long as we have one left we're fine because we're not out. Sometimes people will even split things into tiny portions just to say, well, we're not out. Like cutting a slice of cake into smaller pieces at a birthday. Personally, I say take the last piece.
Thinking about it, I'm digesting my stance. I think that being accepted in society is a necessary thing in a lot of circumstances, and if you're the guy who takes the last thing, society rejects you and you'll have less advantages in the future. You know, I can't remember what it was, but recently I swear that I took the last of something and there was nothing there for Ashley, and ever since then she's been like putting rocks in my pillow and stuff. Fucking bad. Filling out my homework, I'm writing my name in. And then you put like the date. Whatever the fuck the date is. I don't, dude. Oh, December 6th! Of course I know! You're so cold. Dude, we live in a society. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. I feel like I went through like I was gonna go through such an elaborate length for the other one. I feel like this explains the whole character. I mean, like, what is left? Got the snipers. Done.
Today is the day Ster block.
Melee mark dual wield only? No, this hand is a scepter. It's not counting as a weapon. Krangled name? I'm not gonna try and get Krangled. Krangled is an old PoE1 meme. One of my favorite all-time memes of anything, because that's the way that PoE build. I should have used it in my PoE2 video for like introducing the game to new players. I feel like this is the perfect introduction to new players. Path of Exile 1 is not complicated. Like, you just have to read each line one at a time to understand. Areas affected by big-ass thunder cubes disregard the weakness cap in short era of demonic spirits, causing nearby enemies to target nearby meta nodes. Strangled. Everybody knows about the big-ass thunder cubes. Come on. Doing some last-minute database upgrades. That was a short delay. I think they've primed everybody to expect a long delay. What is a dyadic pentacle socket? Gotta play the game and find out. You get them from fishing. I was also deep diving on poison snipe, which sounds fun. And I think Gemling Merc also might be the guy with it. He might be literally that guy. Because Pathfinder is stinky ass stink. But snipe, snipe and a lot of the things around that build all scale crazy well with gem quality. Gemling seems OP as heck. Seems okay. I mean, seems okay. I think Invoker, and Titan. And still, the better version of this build is definitely Warbringer with totems. 100%. To acknowledge, before we begin, and everyone's like, oh, LMAO, build stinks. I know. I know. Don't need to LMAO me. Take some poison stuff from Ranger. You don't need it. Like, at all. I think the double poison node is bait. Unless, like, for very one or two specific skills. Like, I think you could do Poisonous Concoction with the double poison in Pathfinder. Here's the deal. I don't even want to go through it. It's Pathfinder. I'm not wasting my time on Pathfinder. Pathfinder has always had the poisons can spread from one enemy to another. Was one of the best things in PoE1 for helping clear. And that's just an aura gem now that has a higher radius than the Pathfinder node. It's irrelevant. It's like a 30 spirit reservation. Yeah, Pathfinder 2e is better. So true. Except actually in this case, Pathfinder 1e is substantially better. Over under, I'm playing the game before 3. I think I'll be able to do zone 1, get into town, and either try and leave town or the next zone, and then I won't be able to load the next zone. How valuable spirit is? I think we already know. I think it's 180 spirit in the end. So if you're 30 for spreading poison, like a drop in the bucket compared to taking an ascendancy for it. And then I don't know where the skill tree is anymore. Fully updated. I don't think going for 1,000,000 poisons. But they all have crazy downsides on them. And it's just increased effective poison you inflict on not poison targets. So if you get the 1 giga snipe, which you can do, like 50% crit multiplier for quality on snipe. So Gemling would be shooting snipe at like 600 plus crit multi or something. And it's a guaranteed crit. And it AoE overlaps. Do stuff. Poison. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Hashtag love Pathfinder. People with the Steam version can't queue until 2? I don't even know what time zone you're talking about. Wrong with my build? It isn't Warbringer. I think is the number one. It's using a lot of mechanics that are new in PoE2, and it's really hard to gauge exactly how strong or not strong they'll be. So like being a melee character with minions inherently in PoE1 sucks ass. Also, currently, there's a mechanic in the game for PoE2 where you can lock one of your weapons, so you can weapon swap and keep it. So like if we're using a scepter and a melee weapon, you in the future should be able to lock your scepter when you switch so that you keep all your reservation, but you can't do that yet. That's a bit of a pain. I'm not even sure if you can hold a scepter and a shield at the same time, if I was going to do anything different. I don't know. Uses a lot of weird mechanics. I don't know how gas clouds work exactly when we're gassing. Bottom of the tree doesn't have a lot of minion nodes, so I don't even know if my minions are going to be able to survive, like, at all. They might just all, like, fall over to a sneeze in a boss fight. If the boss does AoE sneeze, I'm just gonna have no minions. There's a lot of problems. Here for life. I think you could get it on. You could probably get minion stuff on jewels. This tree is including it. We have minion life down here. Like there isn't a lot of minion nodes on the bottom, but the ones that there are actually pretty juiced. It's just that like a lot of the quality of life ones are up top. Get minion life down here, which is right below mercenary. And the other cool ones are allies in your presence get accuracy. You get attack damage if you have allies nearby, which are my boys. Ones near here that give me and my allies attack speed. Regenerates the skeleton life based on my life, and we should have a pretty high amount of life in the end of the game because we're going to probably get double benefit from strength. It's just like, I feel like the plan, I'm going to have 50 skill points or so to spend. You end up having like 120 at max level, and then I don't know where to go. Because all, if we search again, all the minion stuff is on the exact opposite side of the tree. So we probably need to scale my damage more than my minion damage, but if I'm committing to a scepter to have more minions, then it's pretty hard. I know Templar here has like aura effect, which should be good because we're gonna, I don't know, there's a lot of unknowns. I think it's gonna be pretty glorped up, but I think it'll be fun. Like I said, I know a few builds I could do that seem really strong, but this one seems... The live passive tree or the old? Certainly the old one, because it was missing nodes. There is a fully updated one. Has all the nodes on it. $28 Okay, we've got 28 minutes to convince me that I should play Titan and win. Hey, fun fact. Fun fact. I haven't seen the skill used in a trailer or anything, I don't think. Molten Blast. I'm imagining you're digging your mace into the ground and like flinging it forward and shooting projectiles. You dual wield, you get double the projectiles, less attack speed, and it shoots 8 projectiles. So minimum dual wielding, you are shooting 16 fire rocks with your melee weapon at pretty good base damage. And it says they explode. Behind it, you can't hit one target with all these projectiles in PoE, but you could put down like an ice wall and have the ice wall tank all of the like little shitty hits and have the explosions like shotgun on something. Especially if you could even do this on Deadeye for +1 projectiles and put lesser multiple on it for +2 more, you end up with 21 projectiles. Click the video. In this video, I feel so dumb if this is actually.
On impact,
Damn it.
molten blast will explode and fling shrapnel projectiles forwards.
I'm glad I don't feel dumb. That's very helpful. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know. Just generic fire guy Titan seems insane. Put a wall down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be hard to get like a high level ice wall because it's intelligence. You could probably anoint the passive that's 200% like crystal wall life, and then just fling molten blasts at it. And that's only one thing. The other I haven't seen this one used either. I looked so hard for people using it
Hold down the button.
in playthroughs. I watched so many people hover over it and be like, oh, perfect strike. And then they tried it once, didn't do the perfect version of it, and then never used it ever again. But this skill is crazy. Always ignites. Big AoE. Doubles the damage from dual wielding. Not doubles, but big damage. If it always ignites and you're combining weapons. That's what we're going to be using to ignite the gas clouds. Unless it's insanely slow. It says 45% attack speed. But we might have to use it. No, I'm sure we could get something else. Throw barrage on it? I don't think you can. Is barrage bow skills only? Requires bows. Banned for life. You're not allowed in my chat anymore. PoE2 is going to be full-on Balatro mode in the channel, where everything anyone says is wrong. And it's going to be brutal on the mental. You need a detonator skill for the gas. No. You either need a detonator or you need something to be ignited inside the gas. And this always ignites.
Welcome to Scary Stories on Ster Stream. I went to school today and I overhear a classmate say we have a substitute teacher. Hoping to get into Shenna Sunshine, I rushed to class.
Yeah?
Littles do I know we didn't have a substitute teacher. It was the substitute preacher.
The pause made it. The pause did it. Very, very well choreographed. I give it some nice supports for channeling. I don't think so. TLDR, I don't think so. Man, I came up with a giga channeling build. Don't want to spoil it. I don't think anyone's gonna do it. I need to take claim when we're ready to play a good build. It just seems so boring. I might not even do it ever. Ah. Creature. Ah, shit. How many hours I put in PoE1? I have no idea. Because I don't play on Steam. But the servers were out of queue to reopen the game. I'm curious how many hours I have in Path of Building is the real question. I think it is a genuine, safe assumption, though, to say that I have at least 10,000 hours. PoE. At least 8,000. Well, I don't know. I think sometimes I surprise myself with how little I game. I don't even think I have 10,000 hours in TF2. What I'm saying? Server down. Server down. It comes. Hours has it occupied my mind? It's 20,000. That's what I mean. Like, if you added up all of the time I've played the game, done Path of Building, watched content, read the wiki, then we might get into some true degen, like 15,000 plus hours easily.
Gift for murdering all.
Wow. Getting a lot of like, oh Ster, I never knew that you enjoyed Path of Exile from uploading the video on the main channel. I have a fucking like 70-part episode 13 or so years ago on Diablo 2 Median XL. I'm putting it out into the world. The info exists. I can't log in. Actually recall in like 2 or 3 old TF2 videos talking about Path of Exile as well. I remember very specifically saying I felt like my aim was better because I'd been picking up so much loot, which honestly to this day still feels like after PoE1 League is a real thing for me. Me when I click login and it doesn't log in. About to shit my. Is anybody in? Or is it they just don't like me? They have a Texas server and it just it does not work at all. Unpacking, maybe Steam allowing like the unpacking glorped stuff across the all the servers. No streamer client? No. There was a big controversy about that back in the day when they gave streamers priority queue, and then the whole community got mad because it's a fucking competitive game where if they get 10 minutes of advantage over you, then that's the reason that you aren't good at PoE. So everyone got upset and they revoked that within like 2 hours. Website just went down. Yeah, I imagine it's because of the Steam just starting to let people log in, dude. Gamer reindeer priority queue. I would love that. Here, let me surely I should write something additional in this this build. Other than it just being Gemlin Merc melee minion with a picture of me and my skeletons. That's it. So I need to like upload this as exclamation point build. He is doing minions. Yeah, we're getting the boys to create a billion stink clouds, and then we're gonna ignite it. And if the first time I get this, like if we're playing through the campaign, we fight our like first boss in Act 1 with the boys, and we do the full gas cloud ignite, and it does like 1% boss damage. There may need to be a cutoff on this build. That's all I'm saying. Point of no return. I think I have like 2 backups. 3 backups. Honestly, I think if this is going really bad, and we should know somewhat early on, you don't really get the gem attribute requirement thing from gemling until Act 2. If it's going real bad, I think I'm just going to go Fire, Titan, and play a good build. Or even because I'm already on gemling, I could respec and try the snipe thing. Because a gold respec should be pretty easy. One of many options. Let's see, with synergy with the frost walls, there already is. I was gonna do frost wall jailer, but the final version of frost bomb is a lot weaker than I thought it was gonna be. More direct. I don't think that they're designing ascendancies to be that specific anymore. That something would... I think if they were going to do something like that, it would be a unique item that says blah 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 ice crystals. Especially because I believe it might have been shown, or I might be totally out of my mind, that the 3rd sorceress ascendancy would be elementalist, like tri-elemental stuff. I could be totally off on that. But Stormweaver kind of already is that. Yeah, I think I'm hooked. I built a Ignite Stormweaver, which is the cold and lightning. And I think it is legitimately absolutely bonkers. So it very much is the elementalist, because it can still do it. Log in. I'm about to re-log in and see if there's a patch to download. Maybe launch may be delayed. Yeah, I know. We all know. Let's just follow you around while you play. Yeah. Mildly annoying. I don't know, is there an option for this where it is not like remembering my login whenever I log in? I saw a checkbox for that. I thought it was checked. Probably going to have to log in a lot of times today. Either that, or I don't know if it's just not saving it because you've never actually logged in. Because it doesn't work. Login, dude. updating the database a few minutes before launch is crazy to me. Eh. Yeah. The bar has been set at the Diablo 3 launch. The Diablo 3 launch was so bad that for action RPG players, it is still like fresh in their minds of what things can be compared to. I think that's like also the fear that if you reach Diablo 3 levels of launch, people will remember that for an actual decade.
Gift because of victory.
Star Blob.
Little plug, thanks for subbing.
Gift because entertaining.
Cool number.
Hold on, my brain is all over the place. I need to upload the build image. God, wait, where do I put? I don't even know what website are people using for images these days. Do I make an? I don't think I have an Imgur account. People still using it? Like log in with your. Sign in with Twitter? I think I use ShareX, and I think it has an auto upload feature on it. But I've had it turned off forever. Let me see if that's working.
Because entertaining.
Log in.
Oh, yeah, that worked. It instantly auto put it on Imgur. Okay. It didn't used to be Imgur, though. Oh, well. Man. Build. Update. Build. Melee minion fart gas gemling merc. Not to be confused with melee with minions that do melee. We got everything. Clicking that shit. That takes you to a fucked up website. Which? I don't know. You probably unfollowed because can we get our streamer was mean to me. You don't see me? Am I shadow banned from Twitch? I've mentioned this before. Sometimes I think there might be a reality to like Poke is definitely shadow banned on Twitter without a fucking doubt. Unquestionable. And then that makes me think, why not, am I not showing up? Because when I made my alt account, I was in everybody's recommended. I ended my stream for Elden Ring and then went live on my alt account and had more viewers. Dad works at Twitch and he said yes. God damn it. You don't show up in the search bar anymore? Anybody using the search bar? I show up in my own search bar, but I guess I'm me. I don't know. My alt. Ster to Ster. And then you have to wonder which degree of it is just Twitch is not a good platform, and it's really fucking buggy. It has been sliding down a hill. But yeah, no, there's definitely something weird that goes on where the alt account was a new account, and it was getting a lot of follows because it was a new account. And then it recommended it to more people because it's not some dated, old, washed up gamer Twitch account. Chatters, let me know if the login works. I'm not worried about being like insanely early in queue, but I'm definitely gonna miss it if we start doing something else. Stream on both. Kind of do wonder what would happen if I turned on my stream for YouTube. Like, would I die? But also, don't bring up that I ever said that, because I don't want to actually do that. That was an intrusive thought. It has no bearing on what I actually want in this world, this material world. I don't know. I should do it. I should do it one day. Just have my shirt off on camera and just sit there staring into the webcam. And act like I don't know I'm live. Wait. Whoa, fuck. Oh, and then it goes offline. Is Ster going Merc then? I'm trying. Doing the best I can. Where's one thing. The mercenary, other guy mercenary getting 20 skill points become weapon set skills. I don't know how many weapon set skills you have in endgame. It looked like 6 to 10 or something. Like, how far is 20 points actually getting me? That if I were like here and I wanted to go get bow stuff and I wanted to go get crossbow stuff, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is all just travel nodes though. Which wouldn't be as bad if you were like already up to here getting elemental damage. I think Witch Hunter is going to end up being my favorite class. But that's some definite like game knowledge min-maxing you would have had to have really planned for, or be very confident on like a broad idea. Weapon switch node, yeah. Here, like, weapon swapping and Witch Hunter seems like the coolest thing. Except the only fucking weapons there are shields and maces over here, crossbow and bow. There are no spears, there are no swords, there's no daggers, there are no flails. What am I weapon swapping to? Especially when spears are otherwise would be right here and swords would be right here. Like, as soon as swords are out, I'm probably mercenary logging in. There is a spear. Guys, in the early access, swords will not drop on the ground. There is no spear. That is what I'm saying. Balatro. There are no spears. There is no huntress. There are no spears. There are no spear skills. Talking about in the current present moment, all you can do is weapon swap between a mace and a crossbow. And if that isn't exactly the two weapons you want to use, then it feels a little fortunate. And you technically waste your points. You can technically do that. Even without a technicality, you can do that. Log in, log in, log in, log in. 2 minutes? Bullshit. Are you doing that skill tree? PoE2 DB. But this site, if you go on it, it's all the data mine stuff. It has a ton of spoilers on it, but at the top, if you go to Tool, Atlas skill tree, or passive skill tree, this is the more updated one that has every single node, because it all came from a data mine. I wouldn't poke around QEDB too much other than to look at skills and to look at the skill tree while you're waiting. Guess I'll just die. Guess so. Let me, I don't know. Start my client one more time just in case. Man, this cocaine's good. Expect full PoE2 to come out. They say minimum 6 months, likely a year. They don't, Jonathan says I don't want it to be more than a year. I will be actually shocked if they do it within a year. Yeah, 6 months, that shit ain't happening. 1 year, doubt. The way things are right now and how much stuff is yet to be added, doubt. But we'll see. Kind of depends on, I don't know. Depends on a lot of things. Zevk, thank you for prime subbing. Or not prime, thank you for gifting 10. Say thank you. You're one of those 10 people. Log in. I keep accidentally clicking log in when it's on the Texas server, and the Texas server just doesn't exist, and it stays on connecting for like a full minute. Chat countdown be obnoxious? Yeah, because we don't know what we're counting to. It is literally 10 seconds on here. But they said there's going to be delays. Yeah, the timer is gone. It's, whenever that happens. Any sort of progress reset? They are putting all of the early access characters on a early access server, and they will be permanent, but generally speaking, action RPG, you want to play whatever the new content is, and it's never going to be there. Rapid clicks. That's helping. That's helping the server.
Entertained gift.
Star Punch.
Classic. Pull up, why is it Nazis? You're not supposed to ask that? I don't know. Apparently a lot of Nazis play PoE. I don't know. Come on. Come on. Hello. My name is Jonathan Rogers. Turns out we're going to be having to delay. Cool. July 7th of next year. Leaking the script. I mean, how much more delayed can it be when it's been like 5 years? I should say it comes ... I think we could be a little bit more clear. I feel like there's going to be a whole second queue at this point. 150k players on Steam. I totally feel like a dumbass. So my video doing the last Epoch comparison, I've been thinking that for a long time. I don't know how I forgot, like a legit majority of players play off Steam. But in this kind of political climate, who doesn't like a little bit of misleading? Fact check, misleading. You want a misleading, not a incorrect. False. You don't want the false. As long as everything you say is technically true. My chat loves technically true. Kate Toaster, is that real? Meme, bait, copy pasta, or real? I feel like I know it's a joke, but at the same time I've read actually so many things like that are real.
Still waiting then.
Do you do it? Thanks for subbing. Sonny, thanks. Pat loves technically true. Path of Exile is the king of technically true. There is like an exception to every single rule. So if like that's part of the problem when a new player asks like, oh, how does this work? Some dude is going to tell you the most technically true thing ever rather than just like the bare minimum knowledge you actually needed. And then it like devolves into a full-on conversation between 3 people on a Reddit post. Of like, well, actually, yeah, in some cases, the percentage there is accurate, but here, blah, 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 and the person is just like, how does armor work? But they've been playing for 10 minutes, and they don't need to know the formula, you know? The tooltips so far have been, I've hovered over a bunch of them on PoE Tooltips are really good. And everything. I think there's a few things that for some reason I'm surprised don't have tooltips. Like I think more damage, like the more, should have an underline. Pontiff, thank you so much. The way you talk about it makes me afraid. I feel like I am the least scary PoE talker. I simply acknowledge that other people are scary. Come on, let me in! Let me in! God damn it! Let me in the server! Dude. Rift. Dude. Thank you. Big gifts. Nice.
Chat isn't worth it to start playing now. I feel like after Q, I'm late to the party and will be behind forever.
That's loud now. That's loud as shit. Log in, log in, log in.
Play game for gift.
I came to 7M immediately. I exile. Can you believe it?
Play game for gift.
Last minute database upgrades.
Gift for joy.
At least they're trying. They all could have went on Christmas break. They could have put the server up and then just said, fuck this game. We're out. Server infrastructure team wants a raise. We're gone.
Play game for gift.
Ah, dude, so many gifts. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'm hoping PoE2 launch goes well, and I'm hoping you guys like it on the stream. I'm looking forward to it for a very long time. It would be very poggers.
Play game.
We all enjoyed PoE2. I might even say, I might even go as far to say Pog Champ. Ian, the whole one, Champ Ian. What building?
Play game for gift.
I could hold on.
Entertained gift.
I don't think it's that relevant.
Entertaining.
I think there's like, I don't know. Who has like an actual full like Atlas
Gift because
skill tree plan at this point?
play game for gift.
If you have that, you're insane. I don't know. I think at some point I want to make a video that can properly explain my thoughts on build guides.
Take this.
But I don't think it would be an interesting video or relevant. I don't know, man. PoE community is obsessed. I just want new players to not give a fuck. Just pick a character that looks cool, and then pick skill nodes that look cool, and then you'll beat the game and it'll be fine, and then you'll have had a fun time, and then you'll quit when you get to maps and it doesn't even fucking matter because hopefully you remember it was fun and you come back when the next league starts. And every league you get a little bit better and you get a little bit further, and you don't have to play until endgame pinnacle content with the highest DPS build and farm 16 hours a day. Thank you again. Raccoonial Mr. Frozy. Change my sub goal. I want 10 million. 10 million subs. I will. You don't even want to know what I'll do.
It comes. It comes. He comes.
Pick up a new
We all come
infrastructure
together
plan.
for the spin.
Entertained gift.
Eldritch Hero! Thank you. I'm either thanking you guys or I'm screaming, let me in. There are only two things happening. Captain Odin, thank you. The build is locked. Been sitting on this login screen so long, my OLED monitor is actually like going into sleep mode. Logging in for exactly that. Well, 1,500 people also can't log in. Make any fallback plans? We're doing this goofy melee thing. We're doing fart gas minions. Fart gas minions doesn't work. We can either do... I have... This whole Witch Slam thing fundamentally still functions. It looks like it'll be really fun. I have a full comprehension of Ignite build on Storm, whatever the heck the name of this character is, Stormweaver. That would be good. I think I would probably want to do Titan with just like all the fire attacks, and it would be good. I feel like there's like 6 different pivots. My man got a haircut? I did not. I think my last haircut was a few months ago. A month ago? 2 months ago? You got fooled. You got pranked by the gamer reindeer. Oh, I see. There's a launch day thread. Follow this thread. Doing some last minute database upgrades. 57 minutes ago. Thank you. Dude. Hype train? You for real? I need a whole ass choo-choo train. Train set. Dill, Dozer, Red. How's the family? PoE2 to be full of porcupines. I want PoE2 to be full of the ability to use the Raise Bind Spectre gem. So I can have my goddamn dinosaur. You guys didn't see the dinosaur plan we were starting. This was the original version of this. Like, this is a similar one. So we have like the whole build and like, oh, we're gonna do all of this and that's gonna give us this aura and we're still maybe gonna do that, and we get the bonk and the giant. Oh, Giant's Blood, by the way. They revealed this in the announcement trailer of like the end game. Like, oh, dude, Giant's Blood, double attribute requirements of weapons, but you can hold a two-hand. They changed it to triple. If you were planning around building that, it is now triple attribute requirements. Good luck. We were gonna get the fucking dinosaur. So like, actually, they triple this. They've removed specters. That's the note on here. Hey, PSA about the build. Bind Spectre won't be available. That's the plan. Oh, and the dino, we weren't going to be able to use the dino either because it wasn't physical. It actually shoots a lightning beam out of its head. I found out while I was doing this. Ah! So yeah, we downgraded to infinite sniper minions. Signet Sandy Narfwack, thank you. Cosmic Frog, I might have to kill. We pets and video games enjoyers. Tried setting the game to Wumbo. We did. I could try and add more to my loot filter while we wait. So I'm skeptical now that I was told it sort of half works. That I'd be wasting my time. Controls are... I wish while you were in queue, I guess I'm not in. I guess I'm not in queue. Yeah, where is WSD as a default?
Gift because of victory.
I would certainly like to try that. WASD. Shit, I'm gonna have to rebind. Oh, that's a good call. I'm gonna have to rebind like every control.
Gift because entertaining.
Yermajuke 1, Yermajuke 2.
Lakesy, bro, thank you. Okay, what weird ass controls are we gonna cook up for PoE? Definitely a mouse 4 dodge roll. I love that we don't have flasks, so we can actually just have... I don't know, what is temp bound skill? What the hell is a temp bound skill? You can put these on 3, 4, 5 now because you don't have flasks. Every time you guys keep saying log in, I'm like, wait, is it working? Are we just saying log in because it's Path of Exile? And I think I'm realizing, did I have nothing bound to space in PoE 1 at all? Did I restart the game? Death of me. Log out. Portal hotkey, yeah. No, I was still doing it. Chat is making me paranoid that I'm missing out on some logging in. Still working on deploying the database improvements, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we know more. The moment we can provide a precise timeline, we will. Thank you very much. How many viewers does PoE category have right now of people trying to log in?
Gift because of victory.
Star.
1 million viewers. Holy.
Play game or gift.
That's awesome. So happy people are... It's like been years, like at least 2 years of me telling people and answering the question of should I wait for PoE2 or is it worth trying PoE1 now every single league start. That I'm glad all of that like backlog of people PoE stacking finally get their goon, I think.
Play game.
You saw that correctly? Should I wait for PoE4? Absolutely. Create portal. Hype chest. What the hell is a hype chest? Oh, I got a golf emote. Actually, a kind of cool emote. I'm gonna share with the chat. He misses the putt. I'm thinking we're good. Oh man, not having to, you shouldn't have to use attack in place when you're on WASD. Why would you? But I hope after all of this time they've allowed you to like set defaults for every single new character you make in PoE1. The first thing you do is set left click to move. And then for every skill you equip, checkbox use skill without moving. Every time on every skill. I don't know how that hasn't been like a quality of life option to just like set that permanently in the settings somewhere. We don't even have a timeline. Yeah, let me put this on screen. Ball. Right, good, informed. They're fixing the servers. I think they are still working on deploying a database improvements and will keep you updated as soon as they know more. And the moment they can provide a precise timeline, they're probably going to let us know. You get Germa to play the game. I am more than someone who can communicate to tell Germa to do things for you. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. You need your direct minions button. You can tell them to walk around. Move on to the server waiting. Left, right. Left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, L1, L2, R1, R2. That works in this game. You get infinite money and all weapons. It's the cheat code for new players if you don't know. How much do you have to meta / min-max? You know, a lot of talking about it. You can free ball it. My PoE2 video, I think is, if you guys haven't seen it, pretty good for how I, like some things that I think are good to introduce new players to if you know anything, if you don't know anything about the game. I go over the skill tree, too long didn't read. You can wing it. Here's the thing, here's two additionals. If you could beat Path of Exile, like literally the endgame boss, reanimated Radon in the DLC, if the average person could do that on their first playthrough, this game wouldn't have survived 10 years. There's so much shit in the game that, like, if your I failed at Path of Exile is I did not beat all endgame content, the expectation that, like, trying to get a new player to play a crazy min-max thing to do that is unrealistic. So, don't worry about it. Play until you get bored and then stop. And then next league, try it again. Because the game is like literally designed so that you stop playing and try next time. And especially now, they made endgame bosses harder because you can only die to them one time. That is what, like, gives a lot of the endgame stuff meaning, is that it is difficult to even learn how to do and consistently do. Lockstep predictive options? I think so. I'd heard that mentioned in... Is there? This is one of those games where when I go through the options, I go through every wrong option 10 times.
Play a game or gift.
It's time.
I think the tier 1 pinnacle should get a few tries. I think that design-wise, they're in an interesting spot where they made a lot of the game easier and more accessible. And because of that, they have made the endgame content more punishing. Because like I'm saying, if everybody were capable of beating it, it wouldn't hold any value. So I think they're trying to, like, reduce player success rate in endgame So you have to actually be good to do it. But again, all of that being said, I think most players that try the game will get enjoyment out of the campaign and then have their fill, and that's good enough. And all of this extra like layers you add on top of talking about oh, it's super hard now, it just is like not relevant. I think normal gamers will do a lot better than a lot of PoE gamers. That is what they were saying, is that when they were doing playtests, all the PoE 1 players said this game is really hard, and all of the people who had never played PoE in the tests were like, this game is... They rated it less hard, that it was more reasonable in the campaign. Dog easy. Do you mean by endgame? After you beat the campaign, there is like an infinitely stretching out map system, and within that map system you find endgame bosses and stuff. Like technically the final boss is in the endgame system, but yeah, I mean, I can't say too much more on it because I don't know too much more because they haven't shown the endgame boss. But generally, there should be easier versions of it. So there's like, they were saying 4 tiers of difficulty of the endgame boss. I imagine if you're doing the lower tier one, then it's probably more doable. Like PoE 1 now has 3 of the main bosses in the endgame that have like a... Eater and Exarch kind of have like, air quote, tutorial versions that are a little bit easier. Let me in. I guess it's not even going to happen until they actually have a timeline as well. Like, I'll just keep an eye on the Twitter, but we kind of expected this today. Item filter necessary for a first time or no? It changed the entire loot system so that you wouldn't need one. Everything that, like, legitimately everything that was a concern for a new player in Path of Exile 1 has been addressed. Watch some Cake Boss episodes? Dude, is it cake or not? I can't tell. Big essay. I'm a big essay. Very thick. Flashbang. Anything that is white on this monitor is so bright for me. But this is my current loot filter. You don't need to go and know that there's even a text file for this. All that I'm trying to do is you can set a custom sound for literally anything that drops, and the level of specificity that you can have is huge. I don't know if this will even work when this launches. So all I was trying to do was add sound. I don't even know what the sounds are. I think they're nuclear throne things from my old PoE 1 pack. But you can be so specific when it's all working that it's like, highlight something that is exactly an item level of 6 that has this modifier on it. Have this light show up when it drops. Like, it's excessive. I like funny noises in my video games. Kind of like TF2 hit sound and HUD tinkering, yeah. Pretty much. TF2 HUD tinkering, which no one should really ever do. So I'm not filtering loot. I'm getting funny sounds. There is one man. Might as well. We have all day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it.
Entertaining.
Star Blob.
Pop. Pop.
There's a slot machine loot filter sound set that sounds really funny. I can't find it.
Gift for murdering all.
Shame. But yeah, no, if you're if you're in rehab for your gambling addiction, man, I bet that would be exciting. Ron Paul 2012. Hope you win in 2012, man.
My day. You just put
Wolfham's back in my day. You just put the CD in the computer and played the game. Put the CD in the game, and then Diablo 2 started to install, and right before the installer opened, it has the loudest ever music playing every single time that you can't stop from happening. That is like 700% volume while you see like a 3D rendered Amazon on your screen fighting a mummy. To update, hopefully 30 minutes. We've deployed the new database configuration and are working on getting everything back up and running. Our current time estimate should have access opening within the next half hour. Thanks again for your support. You think this is about you and me? You think this has anything to do with you and me? We are not on speaking terms until you get these fucking servers up. You're acting like I'm supporting you. I am the revolution at the front gates, storming the castle. You don't speak like that to me. They think we like them? We think we respect what they're doing here? Well, here's the plus side. If they literally did update the servers and add a database and whatever they did, what if it works? I'm just saying.
Take this.
did not meant to sub.
Thanks, Prime Subbers. Did not mean to sub. Man, it's unfortunate that you did that. Feels bad. I'm curious how this game looks current, like a lot of what PoE does. PoE players, myself included, when I'm really in the game zone, is you crop the game like this. Because you can actually see more to your left and right if you make your game widescreen. I don't think I'm going to play like that just because it's going to look goofy for new gamers. Very curious. Like early on, the gameplay they showed of Path of Exile 2 was way more zoomed out than it currently is, which is a bit of a shame. Widescreen cheating? I would not call it cheating. I would say let us zoom out. I would say widescreen quality of lifing. I would say I'm allowed to have an FOV slider in any FPS game I play. There were in the origins of Path of Exile 1. There were two common complaints that I saw about people not liking the game, and this is like ancient days, like when Act 3 was the end game. I saw a ton of people, myself included, friends included, Reddit posts included, would say, number one, this game should add WASD support. It would make it so much more good. Why does it have to be click to move? And every person would reply to that and say, you're an idiot. These games are always played with mouse click. Shut the fuck up and know your place. So I'm glad that we're full circle and the development team went, whoa, hold on a second. Turns out WASD is actually pretty good in these games. So happy that happened. The number 2 is that it has always been, can we pull the camera out a little more? So maybe in 10 years, we'll get a little more. Leaf Mace, thank you a bunch. 10 gifted subs, really appreciate it. Yeah, I was really on that for a while. The devs being skeptical about WSD and saying like, oh, it's super innovative. We're really the only action RPG doing this. And I'm like, dude, fucking Van Helsing. Wait, no, not Van Helsing. The other one, Victor Vran, goat it. And I feel like there's several more.
Because entertaining. Gift because
Who would have known?
Style.
An integer they could have changed? I don't know if it's that simple. But, especially because they delayed this game coming out for WSD because they reworked all the monsters in it, because once you can move while shooting, then you can dodge everything way easier. So that was the first delay. I had to like redo every monster. Yeah, and then you would need character rigs that could actually animate several layers. I'm not saying it mostly what I'm saying is the back in the day PoE1 elitist gamers on both of those topics would just tell people that they were wrong to want them. And I think on some level, the developers were the same. Chris Wilson is super OG Diablo gamer, who I'm sure he was like, no, these games are fucking click to move. What are you talking about? True. I still get told I'm wrong for wanting big melee lady. I don't think that has anything to do with like game design or balance. That is a personal thing. Maybe you can get a big lady cosmetic. I mean, I hear you. That's the one thing D4 has. Path of Exile apparently will never have, is big melee woman. Too bad. Six new classes. They should change the Huntress to be gigantic. Path of Exile 1 has a whole bunch of legacy items that make your character model bigger. You could invest a lot in becoming a big melee woman. You get so big in Path of Exile 1 that only your foot is on screen. So if you like feet, that big melee woman foot. Just saying. The devs thought of everything. Next 30 minutes on Twitter. I have their like Discord open. I think it's like very slightly delayed for it getting the Twitter updates from you absolute. Oh yeah, I have the most up-to-date one. Hi Ster, I was finally unbanned. I wonder about that. Twitch has a thing that get him, ban him. Twitch has a thing that is /unban all. I use it all of the time. It never works. I think I should like contact Twitch about it, honestly. Because right now, if I do /unban all, it says getting the like top 100, like the 100 past bans, fetching them and unbanning them. And it goes through it goes through every single one and it says this person is not banned. And it does the same names every time. Also, I get unban requests every once in a while, which reminds me of this. I'll go into the unban request. It will say this user has no chat history, and the unban request will say like, I have no idea. Maybe I was banned like years ago. I don't know. Can you unban me? I'm gonna like write myself a note. I have never. They give you like Twitch managers, all these resources, and I tell them, I don't need you. I just point a camera and I play a video game. What do you want from me? Apparently what I want is to do a unban all. Because in the ancient stream lore, the 10 years ago stream lore, we had a moderator that is so infamous to some people to this day. I don't know what we were doing. He would ban like 1/2 of all users. And that's just the way it was. So there might be a lot of people left over from that the Dark Age. I believe the below the stream, the testimonials I have, the one of Moon saying my stream's like a speakeasy is, I think, from around that time where just like, it's not a speakeasy because you can't find the Ster stream. It's because you literally need to know the correct words to say in the chat. Otherwise, you were 50% of the people who were banned. And I kind of just like ignored it. I was like, I don't know, I'm just gaming. Yeah, you got to speak easy. And me personally, I think your chat. Hold up, investigating. No, this is what I'm talking about. Hi, Ster, I was finally unbanned. You legitimately have no chat history before today. I have no idea if that's true. Account created 2013. I'm sure this is in the apocalyptic times. Like, people are, they cannot be unbanned because it is so old that Twitch must have had like some infrastructure change or something, and these people are just lost to time. Fraud. Because it even said with the new Twitch changes, when you said that, oh, I'm finally unbanned, it had the highlight for me that said it was your first time chatting. Oh, it's ancient. My apologies to all of you lost souls. Justing TV. I think my first ever stream on livestream.com was drawing the sorceress from D2. Fun fact. Fun little ancient lore. It was .net? Dude, I don't know. Whatever it was, it's gone. It's buried. Keep any of the art? No. I have a lot of the art that I've done, I just... not that. I'm a DeviantArt.com baby. I was raised on the DeviantArt. Which... has some connotations. Dude. I'm not gonna lie. I made it through DeviantArt. I made it through Team Fortress 2. I'm not a furry. Or am I? Vsauce music plays. Sure about that? It's too much commitment. I just want the tax credits. We've gone over this. I want the furry tax credits when they become available. Like, man, on stream a lot of times I bragged about wearing my t-shirt because it costs like $4. It's so, like a full outfit. How do you wash a fursuit? That has to be a whole dry cleaning endeavor. Legitimately, how? And I know those things are getting dirty. Dude, it takes a lot. Clicking your name, mod comments, adding a note. Should have a lot of furry info in case I need to know later. Add. That is a very specific phrase that you know way more than I do. And I respect knowledge. A suit, it's a lifestyle. Anyway, you gotta clean up your lifestyle. Wash it like you'd wash a pet. True. My dog is disgusting. His how you would wash a pet, I think, is different. Because her dog is having some issues where she's super itchy all the time and has gigantic patches of hair missing and has like a shirt taped around her right now and was recommended by the vet to be washed with like diluted bleach like every other day, which also makes her fur like I don't know how that's a solution. I don't know. I wasn't there. Ashley's been doing that. I'll trust that it made sense. Why bleach? That's what I'm saying, but I'm trusting. Trust the process. Dog allergy issues? I think where we live is just like, I get insane allergies here as well. Like this specific spot in Austin town. Let me in! Thank you, gamers, for hanging out with me while we wait. I appreciate it a lot. This is a fun stream despite the literal nothing occurring. Just the potential, the kinetic energy building up. Potential energy? Ain't no scientist. Smart people out. I live at the convergence of the four winds, the intersection of all seasons. Yes, I do. No, I live where there's a whole bunch of trees that maybe I'm allergic to are directly above like my balcony and AC unit. Restart client and log in. I don't believe you for a second. Let's do it. Chat. In a perfect world, I want to run a witch into town and then give the scepter to a mercenary. I am fucking terrified of logging out. If we get in. Normally in PoE, you can like go back to character creation and you don't have to like re-log in and it's fine. I will not be testing that. Also, it seems like beating the first area boss is like, because killing bosses takes longer. That might be a huge waste of time. Man, changing the server, I have to click it like 10 times sometimes at the top right of the game. A Like, it is just not showing me the server list, and the Texas server that it auto detects me is not working. Okay, close game. It wouldn't give me the server list. A gooth.
Patience is often seen as a virtue. Is it really so virtuous to hold that capacity? And if so, is impulsiveness in and of itself an unfavorable trait, being the opposite of patience? Perhaps it is a bit unfair to put patience on such a pedestal as to elevate it to a virtue. At best, it is useful as a trait when one needs it, but it can be just as much a detriment if waiting would be imprudent. At the end of the day, like all things, it is something molded by the situation.
Yeah, there was no login. Dugoth is fucking... He's a philosopher. Just smile at him and nod. He's not actually looking for a response. He just likes to think. Thought Dugoth usually talked about feet? No, that's Mephisto. You gotta know your characters. You gotta know the lore. Yeah, we restarted. There's no login. There's no login. The score for the login screen? I mean the score. The score is 0. I don't know. The score is we were 478 in queue, and now there is no queue, and there is no game. The score may potentially be adding more to our build.
Because entertaining.
So, oh, there it is. Surely there's more information to be communicated. People are not in. It is down for everyone. The current update is at the top right of the screen. But I think we are expecting an update from them soon, because it would be almost 30 minutes soon. I don't know. Didn't they say 30 minutes earlier? I don't know. I can't read. This is going to be a difficult game for you. Fun fact. That's them being ignited. Yeah, these red lines were important to really convey even more information. Can't wait, the poop is coming out. You guys are going to the bathroom today? You guys are standing up from your chair today? That's weird. All my recommended channels are PoE2. Fake. Frauds. Get out of line for the real Path of Exile gamers. Global chat channels? Yeah, they're still a thing. Oh, you mean like slash global? I don't know. There is a global chat and there's probably global chat channels. But also, who knows? Splash Tail? That's a Magikarp. It ain't PoE. Cat. Take this giant chaos orb. Yeah. Holy frick, dude, he just dropped a Chaos. Chaos. skill tree even look like for a Merc minion build? Oh, you opened the floodgates. You asked the question about a PoE player's build. Get ready to hear someone yap for the next hour. Oh, it's on. There's a couple of like melee related while allies are in your presence stuff in the bottom of the tree. Only a few. Type minion in the search bar. You might also have to type allies. That helps. But no, it's an awkward tree. I think I'm gonna be relying on jewels. It would be very, very, very... Dude, Gemling would be definitely the best ascendancy if they had something for jewel sockets on their ascendancy. Thematically fitting. Jewels seem very strong. We're starting here. I think we have to come down to here. This is the main one. That's helpful in the beginning. Allies in your presence have 100 accuracy rating, and you gain attack for each while you have allies in your presence. Type beat. And there's some... Like, I wish there were a little bit more. I feel like it's gonna make a lot more sense later if Huntress has, like, wolf companions or something, or druid. Also get allies in your presence have attack speed. And allies in your presence regenerate mana. And then I'm probably going to want to take all of those nodes in front of warrior are some of the strongest like defensive stuff that I see on the tree early. 80% increased armor or body armor is big. Like, real big. You get stun build up. And then once you're here, honest to goodness, I think Templar has a whole bunch of aura. Like it might even be like I don't think I'm doing this, but it may be worth just going through Templar and then you can come up and all the minion stuff is generally on this part of the tree, but you really haven't sacrificed much to come here because it's all led that way. Path of Exile 1, this type of pathing would be like some of the absolute worst character ruining shit you could do. But because these nodes on warrior are so strong and you don't have to path for life on the tree, because there's no life on the tree, doesn't matter. Your whole tree was determined by where the life is in PoE 1. New tweet just dropped. Is that it? Not seeing it yet. Another update, we found a last-minute crash that would have affected a majority of users that we have now fixed and is being deployed. Once that's out, we will be doing our final checks and opening access. If there are any further updates, we will let you know immediately. Once again, and thank you very much for your patience. We're almost there. Headquarters is about to vanish. Fuck, dude. You might be right. Oh, and we're probably coming all the way down here for all these attribute nodes because we're going to need them on Gemling Man. And then I don't know. Like, it depends. There's two ways we can go. So you could, like, get better armor break, and then my skeletons would deal better phys damage because their armor would be broken on the stuff they're shooting. Or I might go more like fire exposure because of the... I mean, I'm probably going to do both because you can weapon swap is the reality. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I could just have that enable when you start trying to armor break and turn it off when it's not and then get like more fire damage stuff. There's also this build could probably benefit from totems a lot. You have +1 max totems down here. I'm trying to avoid totems. If you did totems, then it would be the warrior warbringer seems like the better version of this build, is what I keep saying. It just flat out seems substantially better than what I'm doing. It feels a little once you really look at the nodes, feels kind of cookie cutter. Would be a respec system? Yeah, it costs you, everything drops gold, you auto pick up gold, and it's gold to respec nodes. And the earlier your, like the lower level your character is, the less it costs to respec things. If you're very early and things aren't going well, or you see something new and cool you didn't know about and you want to change, do it early. And by early, I mean like before level 60. Like, it should still be pretty cheap by 60. But definitely, like, within the first 10 levels, if you make a mistake, it costs, like, nothing. Lion? Damn, what if I had the perfect frame 1? Able to change my build around. The only thing now is you won't be... I'm doing it. See, I would have been doing it. I would have been adding unnecessary information. Don't do it. Chill. Well, this is like right here for Giga Armor Break. Web server is returning an unknown error when I try connecting for drops. Yeah, all their like website servers are connected and you might have to wait for that because I think their site is up and down at the moment. Probably. Plans for when I have 500k ahead of me in queue? I mean, the same thing I'm doing now, I guess. Nothing. I feel like I'm already doing I'm doing it quite well, I think. I'm really keeping it together with how much nothing I'm doing. Oh yeah, and there's minion nodes right here. Yeah, that's probably worth. Is that all the really, really, really good minion stuff? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's too many. The good minion stuff is up here. When it this looks like a guy. It's a guy. That's how you know these are the good minion ones. How you know. There's no way I can path all the way up to the guy. Dude, that's sick. That's why they made it so easy for you. If you want minions, you gotta go to the guy. If you want sword, you go to the literal sword. Come on, guys. Done everything for you. The environmental storytelling. Yeah, there's crossbow. You got up here is bow. You want bow, you gotta go to the bow. What do you think this is next to the bow? Flask. It's a goddamn potion. The tail. It's not the tail. Bow does not have a plugin. Plugin.